Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Did you miss me? Did you miss me the last 2 days? Oh my god, I missed you guys so much. I feel like a whole lifetime has gone by since I've been over here. No, not a whole lifetime, but Sunday I took off because I just wanted to relax with Alex and, you know, take a nap after brunch and stuff like that. And then yesterday I had every plan in the world to vlog, like every plan in the world. I had a dentist appointment at noon, and then we had couples therapy last night at 6. And so I thought my dental appointment would go like to like 1, and then I would get home at like 1:30. And then I had to leave here at like 5:15 for our therapy appointment, which meant that I had to start getting ready at like 4:15 for a therapy appointment so I could get the Uber in time to get there and stuff like that. And what ended up happening was, so yesterday my plan was to make several videos. I got home from my dental appointment later than I thought I would. And so I was like, okay, I had this one drama video that I kind of like scripted out. I was gonna, there goes the Amazon truck. Is it for me? Did I get, no, they went on by. I didn't get anything. I don't think I have anything from Amazon coming. But anyway, so I had a couple videos that I wanted to film yesterday. I wanted to do the PO unboxing. Still have not done that. Was going to do it today. Still haven't done that. And I wanted to do a Peterisms video. I wanted to do this reality TV video, a drama video, a vlog. I had all these videos that I wanted to do yesterday, right? I was going to be real productive yesterday. Well, like I said, I got home from the dentist appointment late, and I was like cleaning up, took Boo Radley out, talking to my neighbors and stuff like that, and I didn't really look at the clock, and I just sat down to start filming this drama video. And I honest to God thought the video would be like 20 minutes long, and it ended up being like 55 minutes long, and I looked at the clock, and when I looked at the clock, I was like, oh my god, like I do not have time to film my vlog now, because I've got to start getting ready to get ready in time, get Boo settled, call the Uber, and get to therapy appointment in time. So I was like, okay, maybe I will film the vlog like after I get back from therapy. I was already kind of getting tired because I'd been up, like I got up early and I'd stayed up too late watching TV. And so, of course, like I always do. So I was really getting tired, like the day, you know, I've been in the dental chair and all that kind of stuff. Had my deep cleaning. It was fine. Like I'm so used to the deep cleanings now. It's not really that big of a deal. But I mean, it's, you know, you're sitting there for like, I think it was an hour and a half or whatever, and there's you know, whatever, and she's, the woman I go to is fantastic, and she does a really great job, and she was talking, and I was gonna say we were talking, but she was talking and I was listening. I forgot my AirPods, and so I didn't get to like listen to a book or music or anything. So anyway, so I went to therapy, and when I left, my plan was I was going to come home and vlog afterwards. And when we left therapy, like we were walking out, there's like all these windows, like there's this bank of windows when we were walking out, and I was like, oh, it's like pitch black outside, like it's dark. And so I knew I was going to turn that light on, sit over there and whatever, and we like, by the time we got into Alex's car, I was so tired, I was like, there's no way that I can like vlog when I get home, I just need to relax. And so and I've not done great on the eating this week at all. Like, at all. I haven't done good at all on eating. And I've been, like, really, really hungry this week. I don't know what it is, but I just... Anyway. We'll do the weight loss journey update on Thursday. We'll see where we're at then. But I have not done well at all. and haven't been walking. Still haven't walked. And still haven't finished The Housemaid. Still trying to finish The Housemaid and haven't. I have, like... I've been listening to a little bit of it each night. I think I have like 40 minutes left, half an hour, 40 minutes left of it. So, and then when I get done with it, I think I'm going to go in and start listening to the March books. I just did my announcement for the March books for True Crime Book Club and Peter's Book Club. So I think I'm going to go in and, well, I'm either going to listen to I don't know why I can never remember her name. Diana Jewel. It's the one that's like, and then there were none, or that was Agatha Christie, but you know what I'm talking about, something none. Because Nikki got that book from the library too, so I'm thinking about like reading that book. Why can't I not think of her name? I know people are like laughing and putting it in the comment sections, but anyway, it was a book that Stacy recommended, but I already had it on Audible. So I'm either going to listen to that next, or I'm going to listen to the second Housemaid book, depending on if I like the ending of The Housemaid. Tanya said she loved the second Housemaid book. She like listened to it, or she doesn't listen to books. She like read it in like one day while she was in Florida, because she didn't even know that there was a second one out there, and I told her. So that's my plan tonight. Now, we're supposed to like get this huge storm. Oh, so anyway, to finish that up. So when we got in the car, I was so tired, and I was like, I just need to go home and relax and order some food. I ordered piata last night. I didn't eat horribly, but I didn't eat great. And and I wanted to start watching this true crime documentary that had been recommended to me, which I'll get to in just a second. But so when we got in the car, I like texted. I like put out on the Vloggerinos group. I don't even think I put it on the community tab last night because I thought people are probably sick of me saying every day that I'm taking a day off. And so I just put it out in the Vloggerinos group, and I was like, just because that way if somebody said something like somebody would know I was taking the day off. And I just was like, hey, like my day didn't go as planned, but I have a drama video. Well, then I got home, and I had been uploading the drama video while I was gone because I had every intention of posting it yesterday, and it was stuck in processing, and I had to like upload it again, and then that was taking hours, and it would have been like 10:30 by the time that I got it posted. So I was like, I'll just save it till tomorrow, then I don't have to make a video today. So that was videos yesterday. That's why I didn't vlog yesterday. I had every intention of vlogging yesterday, but it just like my time got away from me. So, but my dental appointment went well. Therapy went great. We're going to like once a month now, except for that next month he's going on vacation, and we're going to Florida at the end of March for Ultra Music Festival. And so I think we're doing like 2 weeks or 3. He's gonna be on vacation at the same time that we are, I think. So we're doing like 2 weeks or 3 weeks next time. So, but anyway, I had a great therapy session last night. Talked a lot about communication. And yeah, it was good. And then we came home and just kind of relaxed and stuff. Alex is like almost done. He's like binge watching these 2 seasons of that Jeff Lewis where like he goes in and he goes in and redoes celebrities' homes. There's like 2 seasons of it. So he's like been binge watching that. So he was watching that while he was eating. And I put up my iPad and I started this true crime documentary that was recommended to me. So then after I got done eating, I was like so tired. I was like, I have to lay down. So I laid down and I took a nap, and it was like a deep nap. I took like a 2-hour nap. You know, I have to tell you, since I've talked about like working through the healing and trying to get to the other side and all this kind of stuff over here, it was really interesting. This weekend, I think it was Saturday night, which is why I didn't talk about it over here, because it would have been on Sunday's vlog that I would have talked about it. So I had this nightmare. Okay, so I have this reoccurring nightmare. What's weird to me about this is, when I was growing up as a kid, I had this reoccurring nightmare about my mom. And my mom would be like, in my dream, like very, they're doing like, so they're laying the, I thought it was the gas company, but apparently they're doing fiber optic or something. So they're doing all this, so that's what you hear in the background. I think they're getting ready to like leave for the day or something. We're supposed to have a huge storm tonight come through, like hail and huge winds and stuff like that. So when I get done vlogging, I'm trying to walk as much as I can because I got to finish this book. And today's like the first day that I'm like, I mean, last night I was so tired and I got home. If they do this, I'm going to have to stop until they are done because it'll be too loud. But I've been saying every day that I'm going to walk and get back into walking. I haven't, and I just need to get back into the walking again. So tonight's my night. I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer. Tonight's my night to get back into the walking. I'm kind of surprised they're working this late. It's after like 5 o'clock. It's almost like 5:30, I think. And I thought I heard them earlier say that they were leaving for the day. I thought I heard one of the guys go, no, we're done for the day or something. Oh yeah, they are leaving. Well, what are they doing then? They must just be loading stuff up. So I don't know. I hope you guys can still hear me. So anyway, when I was, I've told this story a million times over here. So when I was growing up, I had this reoccurring nightmare. And I mean, I had it all the way through until my mom got sober, which is kind of the story of this. So I had this reoccurring nightmare that my mom was like this zombie in the house, like everywhere, just like kind of shuffle places. And I knew I had to get out of the house because somebody was coming to kill us, and I knew she had to get out of the house. And so I would like try to get her in the car. I mean, this was like when I was like 5 and 6 years old, you guys. Like I would have this nightmare where I'm like driving down the street in my mom's car and like trying to like, and not being able to drive the car, like trying to like pull her out of the front door and like run down the street. And we would always end up like back at the house. And then I could never get my mom out of the house. And I would always end up in the nightmare across the street at our neighbor's house, who was one of my mom's best friends. And we would like be looking out this kind of goes into other things too, but I'll get into that story some other time. But we'd be like looking out through the window, and I could see like we had these curtains in our front window that my mom would close sometimes, and I could see through the curtains like shadows of my mom being like killed and stabbed and stuff like that. This was a reoccurring nightmare that I had like my entire childhood growing up until adulthood. Like I had it on a pretty regular basis. I've talked about having night terrors when I wake up. I mean, that was one of them, right? I stopped having that nightmare when my mom got sober. I never had that nightmare again, which is so bizarre, don't you think? That it had to directly be related to like fear. You know, I'm such a believer that I think that dreams and nightmares are our ways of working out our subconscious. And so I have to really believe that like when my mom got sober, that fear went away, and I've never had that nightmare again, ever, since my mom got sober. So I have, for probably like the last 6 months to a year, I've been having, I don't even think I've talked that much about it on here. I've talked a little bit about it from time to time, but I have been having like night terrors where I wake up and I'm like just drenched in sweat. I've talked about that over here. Well, I've been having this reoccurring nightmare that's very like apocalyptic, and in it, like Alex and I are always like on the run. I've shared little stories about it, but like we're always on the run, and we're always like staying at somebody's house, and we're like hiding out, and then we're like going to somebody else's house and hiding out. It's like the end of the world. Like it's a very much apocalyptic end of the world nightmare, and they're terrifying. And I always wake up after I have them and I'm just like drenched in sweat. Well, in every single one of these nightmares, there's this house that we always go to. The house, I believe, is either from the show From, or the show, or somewhere in Fear the Walking Dead. It's like in one of the Walking Dead shows or something like that. It's like this white farmhouse, like out in the middle of nowhere. And on top, it has like this turret. It's kind of like also a mixture of like, I wonder if this is when it morphed into it, because it was the house that Fufu and Jesse rented for us in San Diego, because you would like open the top door and then it went onto the roof and things like that. Hey! And, but this house has like this turret that you go onto, and so there's like a roof, but then there's like a ladder to the top of the roof, and then there's like a patio on the top of the roof that you can like see for like tens of miles like beyond. You can see everything happening, right? In my nightmare, it's a mixture of like bombs going off, zombies. It's like everything apocalyptic that you can imagine coming for you at once, right? And there's always like a lot of these people that were like, okay, we'll see you at the next stop, we'll see you at the next house. I mean, these nightmares are like very intricate and detailed. I mean, to the point where like, I mean, right now as I'm telling you this, I can think of places, I mean, I've had them so much that I can remember places that we've gone and places that things that we've done. There's this one house, it's kind of like this safe house. It's out in the middle of the country that we always go to. It's kind of like the house that we built up with like a group of people, right? Well, this weekend, I think it was Saturday night, I had this nightmare, and we were like split up from the group of people that we were with. It's very much like Walking Dead kind of thing. Now there's another truck coming down the street right in front of me, hauling some huge equipment. This is the other thing, is like I'm trying to get all these videos filmed by the time that Alex is inside, because this is so distracting. I mean, I can't, like, to do a vlog is one thing, but to like film a Peterism's video or something out here with all this going on. Please tell me this truck is gonna leave the neighborhood. There's just a lot going on right now. It's like all right. It's on the corner by the lake. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're doing a bunch of stuff over there by the lake. So, so anyway, we got like mixed up from this neighborhood, or we got mixed up, like we were in this like suburban neighborhood, and we were like at this house, and we were like all talking about like we were gonna go back to the farmhouse. We call it the farmhouse, and like we're gonna go back to the farmhouse, and everybody was gonna meet us back there, and they were gonna go get supplies and stuff like that. And at this point in my nightmare, there weren't like a lot of people left alive. It was just like us, and that was like it. And so anyway, there was like one guy, this is gonna sound so strange, there was like one guy traveling with Alex and I think it was Brad Pitt. I don't know why, but I think it was Brad Pitt. I think because when I started having these nightmares, I had like been looking up like that zombie movie with Brad Pitt. I think that's why because he's always consistently, and this Brad Pitt looking guy is always consistently in my nightmares. So anyway, but he's like a friend of ours, and so he like traveled with us back to the farmhouse. And I can remember we got back to the farmhouse and we didn't see like any zombies, anything, nobody on the side of the road, nobody was trying to kill us for like miles and miles. And we got back to the farmhouse in my nightmare, And this was on Saturday night, right? Like, this was after, like, the phone call and things like that was on Friday night. And I had this nightmare again. And so we were, like, going to this farmhouse. I'm just, like, filled with fear inside. Like, I know that, like, we're gonna die. Like, I just knew that. And so we get to the farmhouse, and it has, like, this huge, like, gravel, like, driveway, and we pull up in front of it, like, in this pickup truck that we're in or something like that. And it was Alex and I and this guy, this Brad Pitt guy. And the Brad Pitt guy, like, gets on, like, this, it had, like, this swing, like, this front porch swing, and he's, like, sitting in it, and he's like, we're safe now. And I'm like, we're not safe now. Like, I knew it. Like, I knew we were not safe. And, so Alex goes inside and he goes, I'm going to run up to the roof and see. Because from the roof, you could see, like, anybody coming for you in any direction. And I remember, like, running in the house after Alex. I was like, Alex, don't. Because I just knew that he was going to get on the roof and we were going to see, like, just zombies. Like, just, there's a scene in Fear of the Walking Dead when it's just, like, they have, like, just tons and tons of zombies are coming for them, right? And I knew it was going to be a scene like that in my nightmare. And I was like, Alex, don't. Because it's just like, let's just, like, at that point, I just, like, was acceptance of, like, we're just, it's over, right? So, right before you go to this door to walk out onto, like, the roof, I feel like I know this house. I've had so many dreams about it. To the left, I noticed as I was going up, there was this door. And I'd never seen this door before in this house. We'd stayed in this house a million times. I'd never seen this door. And I walk in this, open this door, and I walk in, and it's this bathroom. And this bathroom is, like, all clean. And it had all these clean linens, and it had, like, clean soap, soap dispensers. I mean, it was a beautiful bathroom. It was like my Aunt Kathy's bathroom. It was beautiful, and lace curtains. It looked like it had never been touched or anything, right? And I was like, what is this beautiful room doing in this, like, dilapidated house, and how did we never see this before? And I, like, turned on the water, and the water was running. I was like, my nightmare was like, why is the water running? Like, I knew, like, water hadn't ran for, like, years on end and stuff. And so Alex is, like, shouting. And so, like, I leave the bathroom. I'm, like, confused. And I go out and I go up to the roof. And he's shouting. And I'm, like, thinking he's shouting at us. Like, get in the house because the zombies are coming. And I get on the roof. And every other time that we had ever gone up to that roof and looked, it was always, like, in my nightmares, it was always, like, all these zombies were coming. And I looked. And this limo pulls up in the driveway, followed by, like, all these pickup trucks and stuff. And it was all of our friends getting out. And they had all this food with them. I mean, it was like turkeys and rolls and cinnamon buns and cakes. And it was like all this food. And they were setting, I mean, sounds of silence are not here today. And they were setting up, like, these card tables with, like, all this, you know, these, like, putting all this food on it. And I was like, oh my God. And, like, in that moment, I was like, I'm saved. Like, we're saved. Like, we're going to be safe. Like, always, and there were always people were, like, laughing. And, like, in my dream, it was, like, all of a sudden I was, like, on the ground with them. And they were, like, all, like, laughing and putting the food out and stuff like that. It was, like, a completely different ending than I've ever had to this nightmare before. I mean, every time I have this nightmare, I always wake up in sweats. Like, we're about to die. Like, somebody's about to eat me and stuff like that. And, like, in, like a zombie or something. And in this nightmare dream, like, we were saved, and there was, like, an abundance of food, and I was like, and I woke up, and I was, like, so shaken by it, and I just couldn't get out of my head all day Sunday, and I kept on just thinking, like, I feel like that's, like, a subconscious sign, maybe, that, like, maybe I'm moving to the other side of the pain and the struggle, you know, like, I don't know, it was just really weird that I had that dream. So, anyway, but what was I talking about? That was Saturday. So why was I talking about that in coordination with my nap last night? I don't even know. So I took this nap last night and got up from my nap, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to go watch this. Oh, I started this documentary earlier. So just so y'all know, people always recommend. Why is this battery flashing? What is? I didn't replace the battery. Okay, let me go in here and replace the battery, and I will be right back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. That was so weird. I filmed so many videos today. I guess I didn't look, but anyway, I filled up my coffee a little bit too. So, speaking of true crime, okay, let's get into this. So, now y'all know I ask you for suggestions over here all the time for true crime, okay? And people always be like, Peter, you need to watch The Keepers. And I'm like, I've talked about The Keepers like 100 times over here. Peter, you need to watch Making a Murder. And like I said, I know you guys don't know, like, which documentaries I've seen and stuff like that, but it's just always funny to me, like, people always recommend, like, the most popular documentaries. I've seen, like, almost 100, like, true crime documentaries. I've seen, like, everything that's on any list I've seen out there, right? And so, like, the most popular ones. And so, very rarely, ever, does anybody ever recommend a documentary to me that, like, I either haven't heard of or haven't seen. Well, usually people will recommend documentaries to me that, like, I've heard of, but, like, I am not interested. Like, the Jenks. Like, I wasn't interested in that, and then I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is really good, right? But very rarely do people recommend documentaries to me that I've never heard of before. I mean, almost never. I mean, like, I've read every list that's out there. So, like, very rarely, unless it's, like, one episode of a series on, like, some crime show or something on Amazon, like, typically I've heard of it, right? And so, I was, like, looking through my, this was yesterday, I was looking through the comments on my vlog, and, somebody had left a comment. I know who it is. Marsha! I'm so thankful for Marsha, okay? These are the kind of recommendations I need. So, Marsha put this recommendation up there, and she was like, it was something like, you should watch Missing Kinley. You'll love it. And I was like, what is Missing Kinley? Like, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of I've heard of a lot of missing cases, or missing people cases, right? And I was like, I've never heard of this. What is this Missing Kinley? I've never heard of this, right? So I Google search it, and I'm like, Missing Kinley, and it comes up with this case of this guy that went missing in Nova Scotia in 1992, but it doesn't show any shows, and I'm like, was she just talking about, like, a YouTube video about it, or whatever? So I'm like, watch Missing Kinley, and, like, you know, as you're typing it in, I think it was on the computer, as you're typing it in, it, like, pulls down, like, you know, different things, and so it's a documentary, and so I hit documentary, and it came up, and it was like, watch Missing Kinley, the documentary, and it said it was on Amazon Prime, so I went over to Amazon Prime, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like a 6-part series. How do I not know of this 6-part series that I've never heard of before, and it just came out, like, in 2021? I've never heard of this documentary before. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know anything about it. And when you read the synopsis for it, it's like, this college student goes missing in 1992. He's exactly the same age as me. Like, he was born in, I think, like, March or May of 72, and I was born in June of 72, so he's literally, like, a few months older than me. Never heard of this case. Went to Acadia University in Nova Scotia, and, I mean, was, like, literally, like, my age when, he went missing and stuff like that, because I think he was 20 when he went missing, so yeah, so he was exactly my age. Well, we were exactly the same age, but, so it was so weird, because I'm like, okay, I'll watch the show, I'll, like, watch one episode. So I started watching it, and I was, like, halfway through the first episode. The episodes are each, like, an hour long, which I love. They're, like, very long. And so I started watching the first episode while I was eating, and I was like, okay, let's, like, get into this, let's see if this is any good, and whatever. And I was like, from the get-go, I was totally taken. And I was like, this is exactly the kind of true crime show that I love, when there's, like, a lot of speculation, and you don't know what's going on, and they're in the woods, and it's very scary. It's very, very scary. I was watching it late, like, last night, and I had the candles lit, and I was, like, so scared. I was like, okay, I have to, like, finally go to bed at some point, right? I must have overslept on my nap or something. I can't remember what time I got up. I didn't think it was that late, but it must have been later than I thought, because, oh, no. Because I did my prayers and meditations, and that's how I listened to Housemaid and got some of it listened to last night. That's why I'm down to, like, a half an hour of it left. And I talked to somebody on the phone last night, too. I can't remember who I talked to. But anyway, I didn't start the show again until, like, 1:30 or something like that. What else did I watch last night? I feel like there was something else that I watched last night before that. But anyway, I didn't get it started till, like, 1:30 last night. And I am, like, so I haven't finished it, so please don't put any spoilers in the comment section, but by the time that you do, I'll probably have already finished it anyway. But for anybody else, don't do it. So it's free with Amazon Prime. It's a 6-part series, and it's called Missing Kinley. It's something more than that. It's like Missing Kinley, the college student that went missing in 1992 or something like that. But if you just put in Missing Kinley, it's Kenley. And he went missing from a small town in, like, Nova Scotia. And it's very bizarre. Like, friends of his say different things. I'm, like, I just finished the 4th episode. I'm either just finished the 4th episode or I'm halfway through the 4th episode. And, it's about this. Well, I don't really want to tell you, because I think if you love true crime, you should watch it. But where it goes is so bizarre. And then it's like, the mom and the sister are working with this private investigator, and he finds out all this information, and then it goes into this completely different direction of, like, somebody they never suspected, and then that person's life is completely changed. And then interviews, and there's like all these different interviews, and people are literally lying and referencing like journals and diaries they have, and like the producers have the journals, and they're like skipping over lines because they don't want to read it on camera because it like implicates them. It's so bizarre, you guys. It is so good. It is like one of the best true crime documentaries I've ever seen. And so anyway, I'm gonna finish that tonight. And then there was another documentary that I saw on Amazon Prime, because I started going through there and looking and just adding it to my watch list. And there was another documentary that I saw that I'm going to watch. There's also a couple like thrillers that I want to watch. Well, Stay Close, I've never finished. I'm going to have to go back to the beginning and watch that again. Stay Close is a Harlan Coben one. And then there's Collateral on Netflix. Has anybody watched that? Is that any good? And then there's the one that's on Apple TV about the younger and the older detective that get the phone call. I want to watch that one too. So those are three. The Apple TV shows are fantastic. So those are three shows that I really, really want to watch. So maybe tonight. Tomorrow I have therapy at, I think like 3 o'clock I have therapy. 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow. And continuing with the trauma narrative and stuff like that. So I have that tomorrow. And because Caroline had to do Cousin Fun Day on Thursday instead of Wednesday this week, so I moved therapy from Thursday to Wednesday. So Caroline and I are doing Cousin Fun Day on Thursday, but she can't do it for a long time because she's got a bunch of meetings. So we're just gonna do like run some like quick errands and stuff like that on Thursday. So yeah, and I don't know, like I filmed so many videos today. Well, that's my night tonight, is to watch just true crime and stuff like that. I'm real excited. So I don't know as far as like videos and stuff. So today I filmed, well, I posted my drama video that I filmed yesterday, and then the vlog tonight. So that's 2. And then I filmed a Peterisms video. I filmed a review video. I filmed a reality TV video, and I filmed a BookTube video. The BookTube video is announcing the books for March for Peter's Book Club and for what do you call it, for True Crime Book Club. So I just want to make this real clear. I announced it in that video, but because there were some questions over here and I saw that like Nikki answered it, or it was somewhere, I can't remember, maybe in the Vloggerinos group. But so Peter's Book Club is just like Reese's Book Club kind. I mean, not as good and as popular, but I just pick a book for all of us to read together, and then at the end of the month I was going to do a review. I've decided that I'm going to start doing it the first week of the following month, and I'm making a commitment that I will do that review video, and then everybody can share their opinions of what the book was in the comment section of the video. That's all there is to Peter's Book Club. It's just picking a book that we all read together, you know, that I might talk about on here from time to time or whatever. There's no live stream or anything like that. You know, Reese Witherspoon and I have no live stream, so I'm just picking a book, and that's where it goes. For a True Crime Book Club, we've had a lot of problems with YouNow, which is where we held it. And the reason why we always did it on YouNow was because you could guest multiple people. With like Twitch and things like that, you have to have like a server on the side to do it. It's very confusing. I'm not that technological. But now, you can do it on YouTube. The thing with YouTube is, if we do a book club live stream on YouTube, it's going to be flooded with people that haven't read the book, that are just like, hey, how are you? I mean, it'll be real nice, right? But like, it's going to be hard to like keep it like just, you know, whatever. And Mel and I talked a lot about that because we want to keep it just like the conversation about the book. So I think it was Mel that suggested, every time I get on YouNow, it's real glitchy. Like, it's really hard to like stay on there. It's like, it kicks me off. It's like people can't hear me. It's like I'm like doing like one of those deals real slow. And it's not my internet, because like my Zoom calls and everything else like that are completely fine. So we hadn't even thought about like doing like just with the people in the group that wanted to attend like a large group like Zoom or something like that, but we're not going to do that. I think it was Mel that suggested that doing like the live streams in the Facebook group and going Facebook Live, and I was like, well, can we guest people? So her and Nikki tried it out and like did a test run, and you can guest people and everything like that. And the reality is, and I know whenever I say this, people are like, well, I don't have Facebook. Well, a lot of people don't want to get on YouNow, and a lot of people don't want to get on Twitter. I mean, there's no like right place to do it, but the Facebook group for a True Crime Book Club, I mean, the book club mostly exists on Facebook. So it actually makes a lot of sense that we would do it off of Facebook. The other thing is, in the past, when we would sign into YouNow, it was my account, which means that I had to always sign in to like get it started. This way, like Mel can start it. If neither one of us can be there, somebody else could start it. It doesn't have to be us, right? Like, it just has to be an administrator for the group. So, that makes it a lot better because then Mel can start them and run them, and if I can't do it, or I can just run and start it, and then she doesn't have to be there or whatever, and we can guess people. Plus, I think more people will see it because it will be on the, the Facebook group, and people will be like, oh yeah, we have the Facebook group today, or the live stream for the True Crime Book Club. So I think it makes more sense to have it over there. So we're going to start that, and I announced like the start dates and stuff like that. Mel's in the middle of moving right now, and she's been like moving for the last couple weeks, she and her husband. It's exciting, but it's a lot. So congratulations, Mel, on you and your husband's new place. So she's very excited about it. She's a little overwhelmed, as anybody is when they're in a move, but she's doing fantastic, and I'm so happy for her and her husband. But so I was like saying to her, I was like, I'm going to Florida at the end of March. Like, do you want to do this like in the next week or two, whatever? Are you still getting settled? She's like, I'm still getting settled. I was like, okay, so let's just move it. Let's just move it to April. I don't want you stressing out about it right now, worrying about it. And so we're just going to start them in April with the True Crime Book Club. And then we're going to go over the books for February and March. February was the Mandy Matney book. And then March, I announced today over on the book club. And then Mel will put up something when she gets a chance in the Facebook group. So that's what's going on. And then if you want to hear what I'm reading for Peter's book club, it's not a cozy. It's actually 2 books. And it's a major bestseller from years ago, and then the sequel that just came out. And it is not a cozy mystery, so y'all can go over there and see what it is. I think that might be one of the books I start once I finish The Housemaid. So yeah, fun times ahead. And the weather has been beautiful yesterday and today. Like I said, we're supposed to get a huge storm tonight with like thunderstorm winds. It was windier earlier, actually. Maybe it's passed us by or something, but it looks like it's going to rain in the distance. And we're supposed to have like thunderstorms and hail, and hail, yes, hail, and it's supposed to be like real bad all night tonight. So I told Alex, I said, I actually need to do this when I go inside. I'm not getting left with nothing to watch. And so if our cable goes out, I told Alex, I said, can you we have like all the battery chargers and stuff for the phone and the iPads and stuff. So he was like, I have mine with me. So he was charging at work, and then I'm going to go, oh, these 2 little birds, what are they doing? Oh, they're messing with each other or something. Are they mating? Do I have 2 birds mating right here? Oh my Lord, what is going on? Don't be building no nest with your babies up in my house. They're like chasing each other around, and like, I think something's going on over there with the birds. I don't think I've ever been witness to that out here before. It makes me kind of nervous. Anyway, it's kind of cute. Because they're just like jumping from limb to limb, and then like one's like kind of running away from the other one. But anyway, so I'll do all this stuff, right? And then we won't even get any rain. But like I was imagining this huge storm, like our electricity and like our Wi-Fi goes out a lot, like when it storms heavy. And so I was like, I got to download shows. And so I've downloaded shows on my iPad because then I can't pull up the Wi-Fi, right? And so I'll download shows on my iPad, although I can just do it off my phone. So I can but I'm going to download shows off my iPad anyway, so I have shows to watch. And then, that way if the Wi-Fi goes out, then I'll still have stuff to watch. It'd be kind of fun though, wouldn't it, if the electricity went out and all that kind of stuff. I have my iPad all charged, and then we have our chargers charged so that we can just plug in our iPad and our phones, and we're set. The only thing is, oh my God, I was thinking about this last night. Like, I can't sleep because I can't sleep without a fan. But I bought that stupid travel fan. That fan's ridiculous. Don't buy it. It's stupid. It's so low. It doesn't even, I mean, like, if it was a higher speed fan, it would be fantastic because it is on the stick, and you could put it next to the bed and stuff like that. But it's really not a whole lot smaller than the fan that I travel with right now. This blue plastic fan, and that fan puts off a lot of air. But the one thing about this fan is, to have it plugged in, you plug it into a USB. And so I can do that with one of the chargers and then go to sleep with the fan if the electricity goes out. Look at that. Look at me being all technological when I'm not. So yeah. But I don't know if we're going to even have storms. It doesn't even really look like it. Yeah, I haven't done well in the weight loss thing this week at all. And I'm in that mindset, and this is so bad. I'm kind of in that mindset where I'm well, today was beautiful outside, and I just was relaxing and whatever. I just want to relax tonight, watch some TV and stuff. And I'm kind of in that mindset where I'm just order something tonight. Okay, listen, this week is a wash. You gained some weight back. It is what it is, just order something tonight, enjoy your night, and do what you gotta do tomorrow or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll make my decision when I get off here. But, like, that's also a bad attitude. Like, this week is a wash. Like, I'm not going to start until Thursday. You know, like, why not just do it now? I, like, looked in the refrigerator today, and Alex, like, has, like, one of those grilled cheeses from Costco on top of, like, leftovers. I'm like, how does this man have so many leftovers? Like, constantly. Well, when he orders food, he orders, like, 3 things. So, like, when he got Thai food the other night, he got, like, I thought he got just, like, pad Thai and, like, fried rice, but he got, like, two of each or something. So he's had all those in there, and then he has Cuban, and he keeps on heating it up every night. I'm like, how does he have an entire container of stuff to, like, heat up, like, every night? I guess it's smart, but it's so funny that, like, certain things don't sound good. Like, pizza doesn't sound good to me at all. I've been kind of thinking that, like, an Impossible Burger sounds good, but, like, tonight doesn't sound good at all. Honestly, either, like, appetizers from Cheesecake Factory sound good, or Piata. Like, those have been my back and forth things. I've got to stop. It's bad. Maybe since I'm coming up on the end of the month, I should just order the t-shirts now and not let myself open the packages until I got below then. That might actually work more for me. Because then I'd be mad that I spent the money on the shirts, you know? And I'd be like, no, you got to lose the weight to get down there. I mean, I'm not gaining all the weight back. Like, that's the one good thing. It's like, you know, where I was when I started the weight loss journey, like, I'm not there. So that's the one good thing, is I'm not, like, going all the way back to that. I'd be really upset if that were the case. You know, I'm still staying within the range of where I was last week. But, like, I've gained, like, you know, like, 2 or 3 pounds. But 2 pounds, something like that. I don't know. I did so well. I was, like, walking every day. And then I, like, hurt my knee. And now it's just laziness. But I'm not going to stop it. I'm, like, motivated to do it. Can you believe I can sit out here in a short sleeve shirt? Like, that's how nice it is tonight. I can't even believe it. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, so that's gonna be fun tonight. We don't have any shows to watch together until tomorrow. We have the reunion. Tonight's Tuesday. Well, Vanderpump Rules. We haven't been watching that together. He watches it, and then, like, if I get up from a nap, like, I'll watch it later. I'm so not into Vanderpump Rules. It's so funny because I binge watched that show, and then, like, this season, I think even if the whole season, my neighbor just put on her light. She's got the green lights I gave her for St. Patrick's Day last year because she wanted green lights. But I think even if if the whole season was done and I was binge watching it, I think I would be bored of it. See, this season's boring. Vanderpump Rules is done. I'm bored of it. It's, yeah, I'm not into it at all. So tomorrow is the Beverly Hills and Miami reunion. If I read the list, they put up this, like, list, Bravo does, of, like, all their shows for the week. If I read it right, it's like, tomorrow is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion, Real Housewives of Miami reunion, and then Thursday is the Real Housewives of Miami reunion. So they're doing the Miami reunion, like, 2 days back to back, which if that's the case, that'll be fantastic. I don't think we have anything this weekend. Alex asked me, like, a week ago if I wanted to go to something. It was somebody's, like, birthday dinner. It was, like, our friend's birthday dinner, but it's, like, not until, like, the 12th or the 17th or something like that. I don't dislike this book, The Housemaid. I think it's actually pretty good. Like, the direction it just went into, it's talking about the wife, so if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm, like, at the end. It's talking about the wife. Like, I didn't expect that at all. And so, it is interesting from that point of view. I kind of knew something like that was going to be, but I didn't know what it would be. So I really do like that part of it. I just need to get back into, like, listening to books, like, every 2 days. Because I was, like, really enjoying that. I was so happy when I was, like, walking and listening to a book, like, every 2 days. Watching a lot of shows. I love watching my shows late at night. Like, I love so much, like, lighting the candles. You know, like, when the computer's done, the vlog's up, shut the computer down. You know, light candles. I have, like, 2 candles right now that I love. One's a Snickerdoodle candle from Bath & Body Works. And somebody was telling me about the goose the Goose Country candles or whatever. I've looked into those before. I didn't know if they were any good, so I'll order some of those. This is the thing. I've got some money left over that, I mean, I really didn't spend a lot at all this month, and that's why I'm like, maybe I should buy these t-shirts now before the end of the month and just use some of that money on it now, and then also maybe buy some of those candles I'm thinking about from that brand, that Goose brand that somebody recommended. They recommended it to me over here, I think. But I love the Snickerdoodle from Bath & Body Works, and I love the other one that's just called, I think, Winter. But I have to be honest with you, this last fall and winter, like, I bought some, like, the what do you call it? The bonfire candles and stuff. But some of them are smaller, and so I'm saving those for out here in the spring and the summer. The bigger candles, like, we had, like, probably 20 or 30 of them. I had a bag in the garage of Bath & Body Works candles. I still have some ones from Target from, like, years ago, but I had all these candles, right? Well, I've been making a really, like, concerted effort. Like, I'm not going to just let these candles go to waste. Like, I'm going to use them. And so, the only candle I, like, really never burn, I don't know why, because it's just as expensive as all the other candles, but it's the one from Anthropologie, the Capri Blue candle. I love that candle so much. So, I might get, like, 3 or 4 of those for the spring and summer. They burn forever, and then burn those at night, because I love the smell of those. But those are, like, more of, like, a spring-summer scent. Right now, I'm, like, into the kitchen scents and stuff like that, like the Snickerdoodle cookie and whatever. So, I might, like, so anyway, but I have a couple of those, but, like, this cabinet that we have where we keep all of our candles and stuff like that, like, it's dwindling. Like, it's time for me to get some candles. I never thought I would say that, you know, but I'm, like, trying to use the things that I have, like the K-Pods. Like, I bought the Starbucks brown sugar cinnamon. I love those. I'm, like, almost halfway through that whole, like, it was like a 24 or something like that pack. Oh, there's my neighbor running. It's like a 24 pack. I'm almost done with that. The cotton candy, I'm, like, halfway through that. The Cafe Bustelo, like, I don't use those very often because unless I want a really strong cup of coffee. But those are the 3 new ones that I bought. Other than that, I'm trying to, like, work my way through all the ones that are in the garage and the ones that I've stored inside in the kitchen and not buying more of that. I'm trying to, like, not continue to, like, buy a bunch of stuff that I don't need and just use the stuff. And also, the other thing is, like, things that I haven't used in forever, even if it's in, like, our pantry or, like, bathroom stuff. Like, I went through and I cleaned up the whole bathroom, but the other day I was going through there and I was like, yeah, I haven't used this face mask and I've had it for, like, 2 years. Like, just get rid of it. I've been getting rid of a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, I haven't used it. I'm not going to use it. Like, just get rid of it. And so I'm trying to get rid of it and only use the things I have so that I don't, like, continue to, like, buy all these unnecessary things over and over and over again. But I get so excited about, like, the coffees and, like, the facial sprays. But, like, I did this review of the facial sprays today. I do use those. Like, every single day. I use them several times a day. Who's walking down the street being so loud and things? Oh, they're walking a bait. It looks like grandparents. Grandparents and, like, then another woman. I don't know. Who's she? Maybe they're having a menage a trois or something. Raising a grandbaby. I don't know. I don't judge. Listen, do you? I can always tell the people that, like, live in this neighborhood and the people that don't, because there's a lot of people that live outside this neighborhood, you know, and that I don't know. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna get off here now and start getting this vlog up, get my other videos up, and then take a walk and listen to my book a little bit, and then just relax tonight. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Tuesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want, or your week if you need to. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face. You might be changing their day for the better. You might be the only call or text they get today. And you might just be, I don't know, giving them hope. Also, be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more. Most importantly, be kinder to yourself and love yourself a little bit more, because if you're kinder to yourself, then you'll be kinder to others. If you love yourself more, you'll love others more as well. Just put some goodness out there in the world. Just be kind. It's just, it's easy to just be a nice person, you know? So let's do that a little bit more and appreciate our moments. Be grateful for the simple things, the small things in life, like the birds chirping in the background. And I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.